Page 24, Ride of Paul Revere. 2 pages long, treble and bass clef, 3/4 time signature. We have a few accidentals here and there. We'll take a look at that. I want to take it one hand at a time and make sure we understand what each hand is doing. The right hand at the beginning is thumb on D. That puts your hand in this position. To start, I don't know if you'll stay here or not, but we'll find out. And 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go down to measure 13, last line. 2, 1 and 2. Not hard, I hope. For the most part, that's the right hand. And go down to the bottom of page 25, the last 2 measures. You have dotted half notes, 3 counts. I suggest for the last measure, don't come up here like that. That's a beginner's fingering. I want you to get a little better on the fingering here. If we take all the notes in the last 2 measures, you have a D, an F, and a D here. The whole chord is this. We're not using the A. That's fine, we don't have to. But it really is like a broken chord. And I want to finger the last measure 2/5 then. I don't want to have to come up here and move. I don't want to move my hand around. So I'm just going to reach up to the octave and play that. I can connect them. Well, that's what I'm recommending you do. In the left hand, well, we have the D minor chord to start with. And a D and a B flat. If you can't fit up in here, then you have to come up in here. If your hands or fingers are thick or whatever, it's up to you and the size of your hand. The fingering in the book is fine if you can do it. Otherwise, it's a 5/2 on those. Measure 9 here. Oh, see, there's no G there. Watch out. We're not using all the notes. Then you cross over for 1 note. You're not really changing hand position, just 1 note. Then the bottom of page 25. You are here, the notes are here. But see the AVA under the staff and the dotted line for the whole line? That means you go down an octave. Remember the AVA? If it's above the staff, you go up. If it's below the staff, you go down. So here, we're going to go down here for the rest of the line. Put the hands together here at the chord. Make sure you lift up. It's 1 count only. And I'm connecting everything now. We'll do these staccatos later. It just says 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Measure 9. It's quarter notes. Well, that wasn't hard. Measure 13 here. The left hand comes up. On measure 14, you have a rest. Make sure that D and the right hand is by itself. So measure 14 again. And measure 16, both hands get 1 beat rest. And then you do that some more. Let's go to measure 31. And you're here. 1, 2, rest. And it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. As the right hand is doing this here in measure 35, the left hand needs to come down and get ready. See, as you're reading music, you're always kind of looking ahead to see what's coming. You'll get in the habit of that. It'll happen. Because a lot of times you got to move, and you need to know that. Don't wait until you finish measure 35 to realize you got to move. It's too late. So as you're doing this in 35, you come down here. The right hand doesn't move. That AVA is to that staff, remember? If they want both staffs to do it, they have to put in a note, both hands, or they have to put the AVA under the top staff also. So it's only the bottom. The right hand stays where it is. 2, and then reach up here. So you get the notes and the rhythms, and then go back through the tough spot and get rid of the hesitation, so it's a steady beat. Keep it slow is fine, but it's a steady beat. And then we'll think about the articulation, which is the staccatos and accents and slurs and stuff. You have I'm hinging at the wrist here. I'm on the key and I'm bouncing off here. Here, and the right hand I got an accent, so give a little extra. Here you got accents in both. Put in the accents and the slurs. You can read them as well as I can. Then the dynamics. Well, it applies to the melody, and most of this is in the right hand, but the left hand does get melodies sometimes. F-P, forte-piano, or loud-soft. It simply means the first time you play it loud, and the second time you play it soft. That's what they put on repeat. Now, on repeat doesn't need to be there. You just scratch that out. You know that's what you're going to do. When you get two dynamic levels like this, the second one is for the second time you play it. So the first time we're going to be loud in the right hand. That makes that accent note a very loud note. The left hand, keep it in the background. When you play these notes, I want to hear that. If you're playing the same, it gets lost in the stuff. So I'll make this. Repeat that, and this time it's soft. That makes the left hand very soft. The accented notes then are going to be moderately soft because the accent just brings it up a little bit from where it's at. Measure 9. This is going to be moderately loud. You're going to go up to loud and back down. You see the hairpins. That's it. And you look in there, and where's the target? Where's the middle? So, right in there. Somewhere in there. That's your loudest part, and then you come back off. Come back down to moderately loud, and then now you're loud on measure 13. The left hand's in the background. And measure 14, come down. Because in measure 15 you're soft. You're going to echo that. So again, measure 13. I have a little problem when they're going from measure 14 to 15. In my mind, I want to connect all that together. To me, that would flow a little better. But the music isn't written that way. And when we first learn it, we learn it the way it's written. But then later on, when I get into it and I start interpreting it, I may connect that. So I take the measure 13 and that whole line as one sentence, one musical thought, one phrase. And as such, the only time I'm going to lift up is for the staccato note. So I would play it. I would play all that and just connect it in my mind. However, it's written that. On the other hand, remember that you don't always lift up before and after a slur. You have to take it on a case-by-case basis. It's just in my mind, this fits better if I connect it all. Then on measure 17, we have this sentence again like we had at measure 9. Now measure 21, you're starting out moderately soft, and you're going to go up to loud. Keep the left hand in the background. It seems to me like on measure 24, the quarter, that's all melody. You can bring the left hand out for that one note. And then background. So again, a measure 21, moderately soft. See, I just up a little. I'm doing it like a measure at a time. I'm just coming up just a little bit. Here it's a little louder, a little loud. There, and then. That's how I would do it. Measure 35, you're soft, staying soft. Then you're got the hairpin to go up to loud. So on measure 37, I start that soft. Remember, at the beginning of the hairpin, you stay where you are. Don't change yet. Wait until you get into the hairpin. And with accents, that makes those notes very loud. So it's a. Let the wrist collapse a little bit when you play loud like this. Don't stiffen up and get tight and tense. For the speed, it's allegro, but it's got to be accurate. How accurate can you play these eighth notes? They've got to be even and controlled. And however you can do those, that's going to be your Allegro. We've added a little bit of pedal. Don't know why. We don't need pedal on this. This is fine. But they've added it. Let's understand why. If we're going to use pedal, why are we using it? And I'll measure 21, or measures 23 and 24. They're just connecting all this together. You're building up. So I guess it's for effect, because I have no other reason to use. You don't need it to connect the notes. You can do that with the hand. So it must be for effect. And at the end, you're adding it, because this is like the climax of the piece is like the last two measures. And so we add pedal for all the overtones and everything like that. So on measure 23, I'm going to push the note down first and then the pedal. And I'm going to lift the pedal as I play the 8th note in measure 25. That, when as I play that chord, I lift the pedal. So again, because I want to hear this, I want to hear the staccato. Then at the end, you can put the pedal down with them here and leave it down, and then everything comes up together. That's the pedal. So if you want to use it, use it. But in my opinion, you could leave it out. Let's play it together very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics, but I will do the staccatos and accents, and we are going to take the repeat. I'll go ahead and do the pedaling as they're shown. Don't like it, but okay. So I'll give us 3 counts. Now let's try it slowly together. Keep in mind this is after you've learned it. Learn it well enough that you can play without hesitations, or this won't work. So don't try and learn it by playing with me. Learn it first and then check it by playing with. 1 and ready and go and. 1, 2. 1, 2. Repeat. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, rest. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3.